Sorry about that. Welcome to Kung Fu Havoc number 2. This is about your kicks, punches, elbows, and knees. Your physicality and what you need to know for martial arts. Alright, in this video I will not incorporate any weapons. I will be giving you hands-on instructions, if you want to call them that, do's and don'ts. Alright, so as a martial artist, the first thing I tell people, if we're going to train you, I'm going to teach you the one thing that most martial artists lack. Alright? Before I can start training you, my first question is, do you have martial art experience? Have you ever had to use your martial arts in a fight outside of the dojo? And the reason why I ask these two questions is because most senseis, sifu, shidoshis, maestros, they don't ask that question. And they refuse to ask that question. I need to know what level you're at before I teach you anything. Because I might not be able to teach you. Understand? I can't unteach what you already know. It's not going to happen. I don't have time to waste your time, and I don't have time for you to waste mine. So if you've already had martial arts, but you want to learn a new martial art that I can teach you, then you're going to tell me, well, I'm a black belt in this, and this. Now, if I know about that style, like the ones that I don't know, like Krav Maga, Sistema, and the Filipino martial art, and Kali, which might be the same thing, I can't teach you what I don't know. I just learned about that. I can't teach you Shaolin Kempo. I just learned about that. I can teach you regular Kempo. I can teach you the principles. I can teach you about every joint there's a pressure point. Whether you choose to believe it or not, it's going to be on you. And I can teach you that, but I need to teach you from the level that you are on. Alright? And see, if you're at black belt level, you really won't need many lessons from me. Alright? Because you're a black belt. So you should already know the common denominator of most martial arts. So if you're a black belt, I can tell you, here's how this class is going to go. What did you learn in what class and what style? So let's say you're a black belt in Tiger. Now that was a stepping stone because Tiger generally starts up here. So if you go Tiger and you're here, and I haven't had enough Tiger to teach you what you already know because you have a black belt in Tiger Kung Fu. So I would tell you the best thing to do is to venture out and battlefield test your shit. Alright? Don't battlefield test your shit on me because if I can recognize your style, I'm going to whoop your ass. Simple as that. I'm going to whoop your ass. I'm not going to be using the style that you're using. I'm going to be using whatever style works for me. I'm going to make you fight my fight. I'm not going to fight your fight. Alright? Which is rule number 2. You should always make your enemy fight your fight. That way you're always in control. If you go over the line and fight your enemy's fight, it's a good chance that you're probably going to lose. Especially if you don't know what style they're doing. So if he breaks into Tiger and you do Dragon, you got a good chance of beating the Tiger. Because the Dragon is wisdom. The style is about wisdom. The style is about knowing the wisest plan of attack. Where the Tiger is aggressive, the Tiger's attack will always be aggressive. So some people have control of their Tiger style. Some people prefer their Tiger to be wild. There's a long story behind that. So I'm going to ask you again, if you have a black belt in a certain style, I need to know what level you're at so that when I teach you what I want to teach you, I won't be trying to go, day 1, let's get gi, backstep, backstep, backstep. You know, we're not going to do that. And I'm going to be honest, since I started doing martial arts, I think the only time I've actually ever done this or this was when I was taking Taekwondo. And then when we stopped doing that and started doing other forms that I totally suck at, you know, I hate katas. I'll be honest with you, katas is basically exercise. You know, it's preparing you, but just teach me the style. You know, when you put 20 katas into one style, you're killing my time. You know, I shouldn't have to go from this to this and keep going. As y'all see, the beak is shut, you know, and then, just teach me the fight with the style. Don't teach me step 1, here, step 2, here, step 3, 4. I don't have time for that. Teach me to fight. Now, if you're a black belt, I'm going to have to teach you how to fight. I can't teach you how to fight from day 1, level 1. Because Your school might have been different than my school. It's kind of the way the game is played. Now, most teachers, when they open up a school, and you're going to get that. And you're going to be paying $300 and some odd dollars a month. Yeah. It's kind of fucked up, but it is what it is. But, you know, you're going to have to pay that money, and someone's going to sit there and they're going to teach you some shit that you already know. I don't do that. I'm not going to teach you what you already know. I'm not going to make you go back to day one, class one. Because if you're a black belt in anything, the only thing I can teach you is how to use it in the streets. You already have what you need. You're a black belt. All I can do is teach you how to use it in the streets versus the dojo, because a lot of people aren't going to tell you this. 30% of what you use in the dojo works out there. Another 70%, sport karate, tournament fighting, that kind of shit, that's where that shit works. Alright? Get out here in the streets where it doesn't count if it's not being filmed. Oh, it counts because it involves you. It counts. Just because nobody sees it doesn't mean it didn't happen. Yeah, it still counts because you're going to survive the fight. Now, that being said, if you took kickboxing or if you took Thai fighting, you don't need to come to me because you already know some of the stuff that I know. What am I going to do? Teach you how to use a knee better? Boom. Teach you how to use a forearm better? It's not going to happen. No, it's not going to happen. Now, what, I'm going to teach you how to use another knee? No, I'm going to teach you when and how, but you're already going to know that. You took Thai fighting. You took American kickboxing. You don't need to come to me for any of that shit. You're going to go to MMA, they're going to give you all of that. And they're probably going to give you some BJJ too, which I suck at. I can't teach you shit about BJJ. Not a dime. I only learned like maybe 20 moves, if that, in the Army. So that's not going to work. You can come in, but I am recording.
I just ruined your whole video.
No, you didn't.
They just told me James wasn't down here.
Don't worry about it. This is my nephew. Omar, wave to everybody. And put your fucking ham up. Anyway.
This is something you're eating, not me.
Just, oh dear Lord. Move the french fries. That would be me. I don't know, but speed it up.
Oh, Marky, give me popsicle.
Recording. Give him a popsicle.
Sorry.
Get over here.
Sorry.
Just go get the bloody popsicle.
Alright. See y'all later. I'm out.
Deuces.
Deuces your boots upstairs before I boot to your rear. Is the person gone from counseling yet? Is his counselor gone yet? Okay. Yippee-ki-yay, don't let that dog upstairs. Okay, sorry about that. You can't pause real TV. Or at least not while you're filming, you can't. So, since said we're going to work on kicks and punches now, we have no choice but to work on kicks and punches. I'm also not going to incorporate weapons. Alright, so let's get started. If you're coming to learn a spinning hook kick or a spinning heel kick, why do you want to know those? You're not going to use them in the streets unless you get really freaking lucky. I will not be doing any reverse tornado kicks in here. This floor is hard as hell, and I'm not trying to go to the hospital. Alright, so learn your sequences. Boom! Now for Taekwondo, you're going to pop it out. Except for with the turning round, which you're going to just keep, boom, you know, and it comes back. For some reason, I can't break my body out of that habit. Alright? For your crescent kicks, boom, my guard went this way and this guard went down. Try not to do that. Try to be more like that. You know, you want to be able to have your guard at the ready at all times. Alright? Now the other night I talked about the jumping front kick. That one. That one. Understand? You want your guards. You want your guards. Right there. Now, before we continue, let me give you some meagerly, possibly good advice. The first kick that you should ever throw if you're in an actual fight should be that front kick. Now let me explain why. Watch my feet. What did you notice? That versus this. Alright? Remember this, you're off the ground. That, one foot's off the ground. It's easy for you to recover if someone sweeps that foot. If you get your foot swept when you're there versus there where both your feet are off the ground, it's a really good chance that you're going to go down. So when I tell people if you're going to do any kind of martial arts, you want to keep it basic. Guys coming, boom. You know, get your shit straight. Guys coming, boom. You know, get it straight. Guys coming, boom. If you want to do gung fu, boom, low kick. Low kick. Let's go back over here so you can see it. Boom, low, boom, low. Understand? Now you can convert that low. Watch carefully. Boom, boom. Understand? Now for gung fu, boom. Then you switch it off to taekwondo. So, you know, recognize that style. So gung fu, low, there. Understand? Low, there. So, you know, you have to understand how these things work. Block. You know, got to be able to get it in there. Boom, boom. You know, for gung fu. You know, go snake, mouth's open. Hand here, unless you want to do the tail thing, which I highly don't recommend. I prefer my snake like this. There are many different versions of the snake technique. Mine is like this. Because this fist can go where the fangs can't. Alright? So boom. Fangs open. Crane closed. Fangs for snake open. Boom, boom, boom. If this fails, I got that punch. Understand? Now also, for other martial art purposes, because a lot of people will train you for kung fu, close on impact. See this? 9 times out of 10, you're not going to remember that. When the fight starts, you're not going to remember, oh, I got to start like this and close on impact. It's a good chance that you're going to forget that shit when someone's coming at you like a stark crazy maniac. So, this is great for practice. But, let's keep it real. If I forget to do this, and I strike this way, it's a possibility I can break my hands. I'm going to have to end this video for live and for Kung Fu Havoc number 2, because I got to take this dog out, and he's starting to get on my nerve. He's also not mine. This is why you should have a psych evaluation before you're allowed to have pets or children in the United States of America. Thanks for watching, guys. Thank you also